What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Too Much to Watch. I am your host, Sean. Today, we're going to talk about probably the most controversial thing that we've talked about yet and maybe ever will on this channel. And we're talking about a particular movie that pops up in people's discussions when talking about rankings or the best Christmas movies of all time. Currently, when this video comes out, we are past Halloween. We are on the way into the holiday season, and Christmas is coming. And as you well know, Hallmark is gearing up for another 75 or whatever, 40 or 178 movies, brand new Christmas movies for your Hallmark channel watching. But as we're getting into this year, everybody starts to break out their Blu-rays and all the channels start to put on their holiday, their Christmas movies. One in particular that continues to pop up on people's lists is Die Hard. So today we're going to talk about my personal feelings of, is Die Hard in fact even a Christmas movie? Now, preface this with saying you can watch whatever you want, whenever you want. I personally have some movies that I watch that may or may not be Christmas movies, and we'll get to that later. I'll do another videos down the road of some of my rankings of my favorite Christmas movies. But this one continues to pop up in people's lists, and I will definitively say here my personal opinion is that I do not believe Die Hard is a Christmas movie by any means. Die Hard is an incredibly fantastic movie. One of the greatest to me, and I think it's kind of well known to be one of the greatest action movies of all time, period. Really kicked off that big blockbuster, action-packed thrill ride, and I wouldn't say kicked off summer blockbusters, but certainly was a summer blockbuster type of an action flick, especially back in the 80s where sometimes movies get dated. Die Hard still stands up as an incredibly great action movie. But over the years, because it skirts around the idea or around the time of Christmas, it's become a movie that people tend to watch on Christmas. But my issue is that I continue to see articles about that Die Hard is the greatest Christmas movie of all time. Absolutely not. It's one of the best action movies of all time. Sure, put that on your list, no doubt. But for me, at least, Christmas movies tend to revolve around something related to Christmas, right? I'm not talking just the time of year. I'm talking like the plot centers around something to do with Christmas, saving Christmas, Christmas vacations, things of that nature. Die Hard at no point the goal is to save Santa or get kids their presents. It is truly bad guys take over a building, good guy has to stop them while the company's Christmas party is going on. Like, the idea that this becomes like this Christmas phenomenon is pretty wild to me. Again, it's fun to don't get me wrong, definitely pop Die Hard in myself during this time of year. It is kind of fun to cut, but when Christmas time hits, for me at least, there are a handful of movies that I pull out and watch on a loop through that month and a half after Halloween. My wife and I sit down and we'll watch those 1, 2, 3 times depending on what the movie is. And again, I'll do a video down the road of my top 5 favorite Christmas movies. But Die Hard just is a little bit of a stretch as the reason for it. Again, watch whatever you want, whenever you want. Again, for me at least, Christmas movies have a plot to do with Christmas, or there are separate movies where things happen at Christmas time. I'll say I would dare say Die Hard 2 is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard 1 is. Shane Black is the writer of Die Hard. Shane Black's pretty well known as far as a lover of Christmas. A lot of his movies tend to be around Christmas. Obviously, Die Hard is one where he writes around Christmas time. Iron Man 3, if you remember Iron Man 3, written and directed by Shane Black, was around Christmas time for Tony Stark. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. So he has a penchant to write around Christmas, and I think that's kind of where some of that comes from. Obviously, this is a movie that happens at Christmas time. He's coming in to see his estranged wife and children for Christmas. He rolls into his wife's company's Christmas party. And so there are some light elements throughout it of Christmas. The one people kind of tend to flock to is ho ho ho, now I have a machine gun on the sweater of the dead terrorist. That tends to be, he has tape on his back, that Christmas tape, and so there is references to Christmas throughout this movie, but at no point does this movie become saving Christmas or anything of that nature. I strongly recommend if for this debate, I strongly recommend going to a site, StephenFollows.com. This person or this website really broke down the idea of why Die Hard is not in fact a Christmas movie. They reference Christmas a lot in this movie. He even goes as far as to comparing Christmas movie posters to the Die Hard poster. The tagline of the movie poster has nothing to do with Christmas. This when I was making this, this was definitely more of a feel to me of why Die Hard wasn't a Christmas movie, and I truly can't understand why it became this pantheon of like the best Christmas movie. But I feel like this website in particular, and I'll link this in the description. This website in particular really goes as far to really kind of dissect why this isn't a Christmas movie. And number one, and I'll just say this one, the timing of when this movie was released was July of 1988, I believe, where most Christmas movies tend to not come out during the summertime, obviously. They tend to come out Thanksgiving, Christmas time for you to go and go see them in the theater. So I do not believe this is. I think this is a pure action movie from start to finish. This is not a Christmas movie. Obviously this is a Christmas movie. Most Christmas movies, obviously there are some horror ones. There are some a little over the top, more adult themed, i.e. Four Christmases. Kids might not care about that. But this one really doesn't really scream Christmas to me. Again, this is mostly an action movie that centers around Christmas time. So I just kind of wanted to put my thoughts out there. I do say, like I said earlier, I think you can watch whatever you want, whenever you want. I think this is a fun debate topic that always floats around this time of year. I'll put it this way. I don't break out Die Hard every year for Christmas time. I don't have the time to watch a bunch of Christmas movies. There are there are about 3 or 4 Christmas movies that I have to watch each year. And unfortunately, as much as I love Die Hard and I think it's one of the best action movies ever, this isn't one of them. Die Hard is not, in fact, a Christmas movie. I wanted to make a real quick video. I hope you like this. I hope you subscribe. Leave some comments. Tell me what you think about this. In fact, if Die Hard is or is not a Christmas movie. Again, I definitely recommend checking out the website to break down some more data points as to why this is not a Christmas movie. But I hope this debate continues to go on for a lifetime. I think it's a fun debate, and it's a fun one to have. And if you do watch it at Christmas time, more power to you. I thank you for spending some time with me today. I know this kind of rambled on a little bit, but I wanted to get this off my chest. So hope you like, subscribe, comment, and thank you again for your time. See you later. Peace.